Today on Blind Tag Wrestling News Now, we have news on AEW creative control being taken from the EVPs and being solely in the hands of one Tony Khan.
We have all of the fallout from last night's AEW Dynamite dedicated to Brody Lee, including a brand new TNT champion.
We have the lineups for AEW's next 2 shows, including a Smart Mark Dream match for AEW Rampage, as well as next week's huge AEW Anniversary edition of Dynamite.
And by the way, we have some interesting updates on a hiring, some medical leaves, and a somewhat insane free agent from the Big Two.
Yeah, a little bit insane.
A little bit.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Raja.
And you are watching Blind Tag Wrestling News Now. What an edition we have for you.
Wow.
That's what this is. It's the What an Edition We Have for You edition. There's a lot of stuff come out of last night.
Yes.
And we're going to be getting to all of it. Don't worry.
Yes, we are.
Every bit of it we're going to be getting to, and the stuff that's coming up. One thing we got to tell you about us, spoiler free.
Yes.
It's a spoiler free zone.
Yes.
Guess what? I haven't even read them myself.
Me either.
Because I want to be entertained.
Yes.
So we're going to see it as you see it and not read it, even though, we get it everywhere.
Even though it's there.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but we're not reading it. So we're going to take this as it comes. I just thought that was a good little
Yes.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about it.
a little nougat moofin. A nougat moofin. Listen, speaking of nougat moofins, this is a crazy story.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it really is. And this broke sometime between the last night and early this morning.
Right.
And the deal is, Cassidy Haynes from Bodyslam.net has this story as an exclusive. And I almost have to read this one for the most part because it's really kind of strange, to be honest with you. There's been
Not what we were expecting.
No, it's not. But I've got a take on it that I doubt anybody else has.
Okay.
So according to Cassidy Haynes, it says, sources within the company have told me that creative was essentially completely taken away from the EVPs. The EVPs being the original, the elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, your EVPs. They made a lot of jokes about it at first and, the first press conference. And it's actually caused them a lot of heat. You know? The Bucks take that in stride, and Kenny takes it in stride, has fun with it. Cody's, seemingly taking it a little more personal than the other ones. But at the same time, it has caused some discussion. Critics want to point that out first.
Yes.
So anyway, it's been taken away from them, as basically everything now goes through Tony Khan. AEW talents are allowed and encouraged to pitch the ideas and give suggestions, as always.
Right.
But creative is absolutely Tony Khan's prerogative now. At one point, Cody Rhodes was the only EVP to regularly attend office meetings and was an office regular. But that role, as well as his input with creative, have greatly diminished since that time period. Matt Jackson's EVP role, as I was told, being Cassie Haynes here, has been assisting his wife Dana with merchandise, and Nick Jackson's focus on handling BTE. Additionally, it was stated that Kenny Omega is very hands-on with AEW games, the gaming side of things, as well as the role of helping to put together the women's matches. And he was told by sources that, quote, basically they are EVPs in name only in 2021. They no longer have final say in creative or talent hiring, any of them. TK pulled back on the reins and took that power away from all. And it was also stressed to him that, quote, Cody doesn't really have much relationship with any of the EVPs anymore. The others are still great friends, but Cody is very much on the outside looking in.
Crazy how a company can change things.
Yeah. I mean, so good out of this. If this has been going on for a couple of months, you've had probably 2-3 months of the greatest creative period in the history of AEW.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you don't have too many cooks in the kitchen, it goes a lot better. Mm-hmm. I'm all for the dictatorship myself. I am. I just am. I think it's, coming from wrestling and being in wrestling for freaking 21 years, no matter how small scale or large scale that would be, it's kind of like being in a band. I was in one of those too. You could have the 5 of us argue and it would look exactly like watching a Metallica documentary because it's always the same problems.
Yeah.
You know,
Too much input's not always a good thing.
A princess have the same marital spats that, you know, two cats down the street at the log home mobile home park have. I mean, they just are the same. We're all human.
Yeah.
So I get it. And I also know the importance of having one booker. Mm-hmm. It's just somebody to have, you know, where you don't play mom against dad.
Right.
You don't get a lot of this put in the fans' perception as well. Mm-hmm. And this is where my conspiracy theory comes. If there was ever a bunch of boys to cook up something that could leak, okay, reliable sources and all that, and kind of help them perception-wise.
Right.
With the fans. Oh, my God, they don't have any say in this.
Oh, we were wrong.
We don't have, you know, Cody don't have any say in this.
Right.
Cody's, you know what I'm saying, kind of?
Yeah, like, oh, they don't actually make any of the decision.
Right.
So we don't have to not like them anymore.
It's all going through Tony Khan. It's all going through Tony Khan. And, oh, by the way, Cody's on the outside looking in with the others.
Oh, he has no friends.
You remember Ring of Honor, right? You remember Ring of Honor when...
I remember.
Even though, I mean, Cody really got a lot of people believing on. I mean, think about the Cody Kenny. Think about Cody Marty.
Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah, Bullet Club is fine. That's one of the greatest things ever.
We still say it to this day.
I mean, it was really good stuff.
Yes.
But man, that could truly have been a dress rehearsal. You know, this could have been something, and listen, I'm being totally conspiratorial here, but it could have been a day one plan knowing these guys. I'm serious. Let's get it in there. Let's do what we're doing. Let's have this plan. Let's establish this. Let's establish it based on everybody else.
Right.
Once we get the other stars established, boom. Let's pull back the big stars and have another role. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's a great way to do it.
It is, yes. The difference between then and now is back then, Cody just wanted to be the leader. Like, he was just trying to do a power grab, but now he's like being shoved down. Like, he's desperate to just hold on to something at this point.
I think that Cody is the right figurehead. I think Cody, I mean, being a Rhodes, being Dusty's kid, you know, I think he looks it and people just accept it, and I accept it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I walked in a room and all those cats were standing there and I hadn't been told who the boss was,
you'd be like,
I'm going to Cody.
Yeah.
That's how, how
he looks the part.
Personally, in my professional life, my Bruce Wayne life, that's how I like to be perceived.
Right.
When I walk in a room, I think, always have, if we were all in here and nobody knew who the boss was, who are they going to walk to?
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, I
how you hold yourself.
I enjoy that. It's all about the confidence, and he has that. Listen, this is a huge story. If this is real, okay? If this is 100% accurate, we got one source. Cassidy Haynes is usually correct.
Yes.
He's got a long track record of being reliable. Doesn't mean you're always reliable, okay? And that wouldn't be he's not reliable. Maybe the source is wrong or something like that. So, just saying, grain of salt time. If this is real, this is huge. Mm-hmm. This is really big. But it's not big in a bad way.
No.
It's big in the way that other people that have been large critics of the company, this has been the one thing they've pointed to. Mm-hmm. So, and when you take this out of the equation,
what are you going to complain about now?
You've got E equals MC square. So if the glove fits, you must have quit.
Yes. So why don't we talk about a little of that wonderful booking?
Let's do it.
And talk about last night's episode of AEW Dynamite.
AEW Dynamite.
In Rochester, New York.
My God.
And of course, they dedicated this show to Brody Lee.
Oh my God.
It was very nice. Everyone had Brody Lee signs.
Guys, it was a really good show.
It was. So we had CM Punk on commentary.
Yes.
And I just wanted to mention that because on the latest episode of AEW Unrestricted, CM Punk may have pointed out that he would like to eventually tag with Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Like there was something in the works before with Ring of Honor.
Yes.
That never got to happen the way they wanted it to, because they wanted to make it old school.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they wanted to have the black trunks, black boots. That's cool.
I'm here for it.
That is really cool.
Yes. So, of course, we started off with Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy, which was amazing, as you would expect.
It was actually, dude, listen, this match was good.
Yeah.
This match was really good. Adam Cole, boom. His metal song is not the only thing that's number one.
Yeah.
They call that song metal. I just had to say it. Metal.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're not going to get into that discussion right now.
So, anyway, it's a good song, though.
It is.
And I really
like
the boom
it
part.
a lot.
I enjoy that. I like it. But it was a damn good match.
It was. And, of course, this brought out the Elite, and which followed with Bryan Danielson and No Balls Kenny Omega. And
dude.
A lot of fun.
Man, that chant, bravo.
Kenny No Balls.
Rochester made me think I'm going to move there someday. I've seen all them bratwurst eating bastards out in the crowd, and I was just like, wow.
Oh, man.
I love the town already.
Yes.
I mean, it just seemed like a really cool place. They were hot all night.
They were, yeah. They were into everything.
They were into everything, and you love that, man. And they even fixed their no balls chant, because at first, he first said no balls, pronouns, pal. Bryan Danielson first said no balls, and they were kind of like, no balls, no balls. And then it starts, all of a sudden, they start morphing. You know, can he no balls?
They figured it out.
Anyway,
no Swedish chef in Rochester.
No, man, it's really cool. I love it. I love the chant. I want the shirt today.
Yes.
Hey, PETA Prosentees has a really cool Brody Lee shirt now.
Yeah.
I didn't listen, I love Brody Lee, and I would gladly throw $20 bills at the widow, but I just didn't like the first Memorial shirt. I just didn't like it.
This one is for his new foundation.
This is nice.
The John Huber Foundation.
This is nice. This is my chance. I'm going to buy everyone one of these shirts.
Gonna benefit
charity.
I
got to make up for being in the butt on the other one. So, all right.
So we got a little hint with the Lucha Brothers and Andrade about the AAA Tag Team Championships. Don't really know what that's going to end up looking like yet. But
I'll tell you what it does look like.
What?
So I tagged Republic of Lucha, where Lucha Brothers sell their own merchandise yesterday, and I put a sexy-ass picture of me on the internet. I did. In my new Republic of Lucha.
Nice shirt.
Lucha Bro shirt, because I order everything I can.
They make them
from them. And let me tell you, this thing feels so good on my nipples. It was well, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No.
Something with the material is just really nice. And,
oh, man.
I wish I hadn't have said that, but we're doing this thing where we're doing this all in one take.
So you just get it.
So anyway, that's my sexy pic. You can find me on my socials here, and we'll have a good time seeing you there. You guys need to like us, and we never asked for that. We asked for the YouTube subscriptions. And we should really ask for Patreon, because we spend so much bleeding money to do this. So you know what? We're doing that right now in between this, because we got some really important news, and we'll just cut this off. If you don't listen to this part, you can't fast forward or anything. It's impossible. Patreon.
Oh, you heard the man.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of hearing the man, next was Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson versus Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. And we could just skip the match at this point. Sorry, Vince. He fainted.
The hell? What the hell?
Oh, the real story here, I think, is what happened after the match.
Tell us about it.
Arn Anderson is a gift. I just want to say that to start out. He's called the Enforcer for a reason. And apparently that reason is because if he gets carjacked, it's not going to turn out so well for the other person.
Arn Anderson. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this is a thing I have to say. Arn Anderson. Can I just say Arn Anderson?
Oh.
So Arn Anderson says to Cody after the match, you see, you and me are different. If you get carjacked, you're going to say, okay, you can have the car, just please don't hurt me. If I get carjacked, he's going to open that door, and I'm going to take this Glock, and I'm going to stick it right in his face, and his brains are going to be all over the pavement.
And then he called Cody a loser and took Lee and left.
His brains are going to be all over the pavement. Now, we had Goldberg threatened attempted murder this week. We have Arn Anderson.
At least Arn's was hypothetical.
Where investigators probably need to go back through any road rage cases that are unsolved around the North Carolina area for the past 20 years.
Hey, that would be self-defense.
And Glock registrations. I was thinking about calling him No Safety Anderson from now on. That's the big thing with Glocks. They don't have the safety on.
Oh, my God. It was shocking.
It was amazing. Listen, it was an amazing promo.
It was.
It both fired me up, tickled me, and horrified me at the same time.
It added to the story of Cody being a loser at this point.
And it just reminded you why Arn is everybody's awkward great uncle at Thanksgiving. Well, I'll tell you, if I had a gun, I'd just blow his bastard head off. I don't know. You know, I'll tell you my political view. No!
Because he's Arn Anderson and everything that entails.
Yeah.
And we love him for it. Dear God. So next week...
In other news, old man yells at clouds.
Next we had Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston teaming with Darby Allin with Sting.
Yeah.
Against Bear Country and Anthony Green.
Now, listen, Bear County... and Retro AG. Yes. That's what I'm going to call you, AG, because
we call you here.
We're from Maine, baby. We were there with you in your Underoos days. So
why you gotta say it like that?
Well, listen, man. This is a big deal.
It is.
It's a really big deal because
I was surprised, happily surprised.
It's bigger than what you know. I go big on facials. All right, I go big on facials. I go big on in every way possible. And the whole thing was Darby had this really strange look on his face when Mox and Kingston finished the deal, slaughtered the pig and everything, and got the win. There was this weird look on Darby, man. Mm-hmm. And Darby, kind of slides off the apron. I know he gets back involved. They let Sting do the Scorpion Death Drop and all that. Mm-hmm. But that's foreshadowing. That's kind of thing they show in 3 and 4 months when it's zoomed in and slow motion as Darby's talking I remember that time. It reminded me when I had to really pee when I was at the record store. And I couldn't figure out why every time I'm at the record store that I had to pee. I didn't have to pee before the record store, just at the record store. And I think it was because I knew they didn't have a bathroom, man. And it just really screwed with me. So that makes me hate you.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
I could actually see that promo though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
That's how I work. Mysterious ways. Look into my eyes, Raja.
It was a fine little match. Not very long. We got to see some favorites.
No, it was good. It
was. And then we had the 16-man tag match. Okay. Orange Cassidy and the Dark Order versus the HFO.
Again, the match was fine.
Yes.
It was fine as cheap wine once it got to the end. And you had Uno walk off and you had, Mama Lee come out there.
Yes, Amanda.
And this was awesome. She comes out and she comes out with the sisters and the kid, and they're just like, look, well, I did. And -1 has his dad's skill at throwing the papers.
Yes.
He did really well on that.
It was amazing.
They get him back in there. It's a beautiful moment. It's just a beautiful moment. And
hopefully
they got to do the one thing that is the Dark Order signature that I love, and that is the succession of moves.
Yes.
They do this whole New Japan type thing, this whole Ring of Honor type. You remember the whole succession, boom, 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 boom.
It's beautiful too.
I love it with Dark Order. With Dark Order, it's amazing.
Yes.
And I love that better than anything with them. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's how we get it. And hopefully that's that wiffle ball bat and everybody's, happy and good.
Yes, happy.
So
I'm happy.
Yeah, moving on. It's good stuff though.
We had a series of promos, including Dan Lambert and FTR. Mm-hmm. But the most important promo at this point was Lio Rush.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere.
Lio Rush is, well, he said a bunch of stuff we don't have any damn clue about.
He said to call him LBO Rush. Or LBO Leo. There you go. That's his new gimmick. Investment. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm just glad to have Lio Rush there.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about it.
I hope
Love
we get
Lio
Lio Rush's demon, too.
We got to see Anna Jay and Ty Conti versus Penelope Ford and the Bunny and their new matching gear, which we're just going to breeze right by for PR reasons. MJF got confronted by Darby Allin. That was an awkward segment.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, can't break me mentally, MJF. Oh, I can't break you mentally? Okay, Darby.
It was terrible. Listen, it was awesome. MJF is a brilliant heat master, right?
Yes.
But I got a little issue with the first thing he said. I'm not even going to repeat it right here. Just because it's very sensitive to anybody that... I get comedy, all right? I really do. And I believe in freedom of speech more than anybody.
Right.
I really do. But I also believe in couth.
Right. Tact.
And thank you. And being sensitive when we have somewhat epidemic portions, if you wanted to look at it with what he was, bringing up, right? And there's good chance that somebody knows somebody who may be affected by,
right.
And it's just, why even have to bring that up? You're in there for an escape. You're not looking for current events.
Yeah.
The closest to current events you get is like we talked about yesterday. If we had something going with Russia, there's a Russian.
Right.
There's a, freaking one of those millennial bastards.
Right.
Right. That kind of stuff. That's okay. That can be all ha-ha. I just personally, and it might be your taste, and that's fine. We can have opposite opinions. It's not like I hate the guy for it. It's just not my cup of tea to talk about. But then it got...
Even worse.
And I'm sure, oh yeah, man, talk about it all you want. Darby seems like that kind of dude, but he brought up the uncle's, the uncle dying in the drunk driving incident that changed Darby. And I say drunk driving, it could have been drugs, it could have been all the above.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was the thing that changed him to who he was. And actually it's a beautiful story in the end, right? It really made him straight edge and motivated and driven and all these things. But at the same time, it's just like, whoa.
Do you have to say it like that?
It's, I just don't
that
know.
Darby should have been.
I don't know if I get heat from him on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I get mad at him over that.
You just shake your head.
I don't know if it's the right kind of mad.
Right. It's not. It's okay, you need to back up. And
at the same time, no matter what you say, you can say, well, I'm trying to get the biggest heat I can get. No. There's a certain sect of people that you're trying to pop.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's not the right kind of people.
When you do that kind of stuff, there's a certain amount of people that you're popping. There's that cult following. There's that midnight, like Cartoon Network following. It's a small demographic, but they're there.
Yes, they are.
And most of them are my friends. Just saying. I mean, I'm not acting like a white knight here, but it's just if I was on national television, there's some things I would avoid.
Oh, my goodness. All right. After that, we had the main event, which was Sammy Guevara versus Miro for the TNT Championship.
Now, this match had all the pomp and circumstance of what would be a classic match. I don't call it a classic, though. Really, MJF and Sammy was 1,000 times better.
Right.
I don't know what it was for me in this match.
Wasn't a great matchup? I don't know.
It just, listen, it wasn't bad.
No.
It really wasn't bad at all, but I never felt emotionally invested in it.
Right.
I don't know if anybody else out there felt the same way I did. I wasn't bored. I was having a good time. Like, this is a good match, but I wasn't emotionally invested. Sometimes, and normally, AEW's opener and main event, I'm like...
Yeah.
And I have to be the whole time. The Adam Cole match... emotionally invested.
Yeah.
Hell, the Dark Order match, emotionally invested.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Absolutely.
But I didn't. Did you feel that way on the...
It was kind of just a match.
It was kind of just there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You remember like the Sammy Guevara...
I had more investment in Fuego versus Miro.
Yeah. But the Sammy Guevara MJF match, I was front row on that one. If you want to go find me there going crazy when Sammy flies out of the ring on MJF over the barricade, which he always uses the highlight. I'm standing like right here, almost getting killed. So. But with this match last night, I mean, it was good. Like I said, overall, I would give this the top stars. I mean, it was, you know, this
nothing wrong with the work rate.
I'm talking about the whole night.
Yeah.
The whole night was a solid ass Dynamite.
For sure. And we have a new TNT champion.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
That's really cool. Yes.
And I can't wait to see what his belt looks like.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about that. I hope he gets to customize it himself.
Yes.
Just like Mira did.
Yeah, it was good, man. And we actually stuck around for...
Roads to the Top.
Yeah. I actually watched it there. And I mean, I didn't have anything against it. I'm not really into those kind of shows.
Yeah.
But it's fun just because of who all's in it.
Yeah. Plus, we got a little promo from Sammy during the first break, which revealed something pretty amazing.
Telling us our next story.
Oh, so next week, AEW Dynamite, we are going to get Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
For the TNT title.
Huge.
On the anniversary show. Along with that, we also have the Elite, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Young Bucks, versus Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and the Jurassic Express.
Awesome.
Amazing. We also have HIKARU Shida looking for her 50th win against SERENA DEEB.
Yeah, which will be a classic.
And a casino ladder match for a title shot.
Yeah, that sounds like a hell of a card.
Yes, it does.
And it's the anniversary, so...
Yes. And before we get there, though, we also have an amazing AEW Rampage coming up, which they announced a few matches for, which is Bryan Danielson versus Nick Jackson.
Okay, stop. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, versus the Hot Tag Enigma, Nick Jackson.
Yes.
Slick Nick. Dirty Nick.
Yes.
He's... Oh, my God. This match is going to be incredible.
It is.
That was William Shatner. But listen, it is going to be freaking awesome. I mean, how
do you get better than that?
What a dream match, really. I mean, as far as like people that actually like wrestling, that's a really cool match. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness. We're also going to see a no disqualification 3-way match between Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, and Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch, that's going to hurt somebody. And a hair versus hair match between Orange Cassidy and Jack Evans. Both people I don't want to see without hair.
Although, you know, at least Jack can stop buying the rid. So
there you go.
It might be kill a bunch of birds. Everybody's been trying to figure out like for months where the lice is coming from in the locker room.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's that Jack Evans kid.
No.
Those Evans family.
He has beautiful hair.
He does. You can have beautiful hair and lice.
True.
It's a real problem.
I guess they don't discriminate.
No, the lice usually don't care. So, listen, that's some big shows.
It is.
Very excited about it, and it sounds like some killer matchups, and this was a good night.
It was a lot of fun.
But we got to wrap up though.
Yes.
And with some interesting move arounds here. There's a few things that
We did get a little bit of confirmation about Alexa Bliss being off of television.
Which we talked about the other day, but we did get the reason according to Meltzer there.
Yes, apparently it's going to be for sinus surgery, and we don't know how long she's going to be out for that, but it probably be a few months.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. And also Sheamus had surgery on his nose for the second time, so he'll be out a couple weeks as well and miss the draft and all that. So hopefully they recover quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you never know how they're going. You never know how it's going to turn out with the nose stuff going on. But there's also something funny, a little bit of trolling going on here.
Right.
This comes from Fightful Select, and it was about a free agent or possible free agent in WWE.
Ooh.
Shane McMahon.
Ooh.
According to Fightful Select, Shane just hadn't been seen around the office and, had recently heard that Shane McMahon was no longer with the company. However, when we inquired with WWE reps, we were told he was, quote, still a WWE talent and under a deal. However, it was also noted that he's rarely, if ever, at WWE offices anymore. So...
he just doesn't care.
It's happened before with him, like several times.
True.
But, how funny would that be?
Shane McMahon showing up
little
somewhere.
Fantasy book, going on.
Man,
that'd be Troll City. But listen, something we didn't touch on. MJF. We were talking about MJF promos and everything.
Yes.
We didn't do the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week on Dark,
we were too shocked.
On Dark Elevation, MJF had a promo and he talked about BKM.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
All the people they're getting from
Last
VKM.
night, he talks about having Bruce Pritchard on speed dial.
Yeah.
Where's it going? I don't know. Is it interesting? Kinda.
A little.
But we'll see. Listen, we got so much to cover. Tomorrow, we're going to update you on everything with the G1, where it stands. We know with the past 2 nights of action. And we're going to give you everything we can about the WWE draft going into it, all the latest news and rumors going into the big draft day Friday. So very excited about joining you guys. For Raja, I'm John. We'll see you later.
Bye.